Francis, 266th Pontiff and champion of the marginalized, dies at 88. Pope Francis, born December 17, 1936. Jorge Mario Bergoglio, passed away on April 21, 2025, at the age of 88 in his residence at Domus Sanctae Marthae, Vatican City. A native of Buenos Aires, Argentina, he joined the Society of Jesus in 1958 and was ordained a priest in 1969. In 1998 he became Archbishop of Buenos Aires and in 2001 was elevated to Cardinal by Pope John Paul II. His election on March 13, 2013, broke with centuries of European tradition. He was the first Jesuit, the first Latin American, and the first non-European pontiff in over a millennium. From the very start of his papacy, Francis embraced a spirit of humility and outreach. Choosing the name of Saint Francis of Assisi, he signaled a renewed focus on poverty, simplicity, and care for creation. Over 12 years, he became known as the Archbishop of the Poor, traveling to slums, refugee camps, and disaster zones, and tirelessly advocating for the world's marginalized. Among his landmark accomplishments, social justice and inclusion, Francis regularly spoke out against economic inequality, championed migrants and refugees, and famously softened the Church's pastoral stance toward LGBTQ Catholics and divorced and remarried couples, asking, "Who am I to judge?" Environmental leadership. His 2015 encyclical Laudato Si reframed climate change as both an ecological and moral crisis, urging global solidarity and influencing international agreements such as the Paris Climate Accords. Vatican reform. Determined to restore trust after financial scandals, he overhauled Vatican accounting, established independent oversight bodies, and welcomed greater lay participation in church governance, moves resisted by traditionalists but praised for transparency. Addressing clerical abuse. Breaking long-standing silence, Francis instituted mandatory reporting, removed abusive clerics, and met with survivors, setting a new standard for accountability in the Catholic hierarchy. Interfaith and ecumenical outreach. From a historic 2019 declaration of human fraternity in Abu Dhabi to becoming the first pope to visit Iraq, 2021, he deepened dialogue with Islam, Judaism, Orthodox Christianity, and other faiths, strengthening the Church's role as a bridge builder. Synodal renewal. Believing in a listening church, he launched global synods on topics ranging from Amazonian ecology to the role of the laity, laying groundwork for ongoing reform and fostering a more consultative ecclesial culture. Despite health setbacks, including respiratory struggles and a final hospitalization for pneumonia, Francis remained on the loggia to deliver his Easter blessing on April 20, 2025. His funeral rites will follow Vatican tradition, and cardinals will soon gather in conclave to elect his successor. True to his preferences, he will be laid to rest not in St. Peter's but in the Basilica of St. Mary Major, near the tomb of St. Francis. World leaders and faithful alike mourn a pontiff who transformed the papacy into a global platform for mercy, environmental stewardship, and social justice. Pope Francis's legacy endures in his call to hear both the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor, a vision that reshaped the Church's moral compass and resonated far beyond Vatican walls. Today we send our heartfelt thoughts and prayers to the ones affected with this loss.